Good evening and welcome to our second actual um, event. We want to welcome all of our participants. Um, what we're going to be doing this evening is we're going to be talking with you about something very different. If you, I have been paying attention in all of the cities across this country, you find that there are signs up telling you that there are certain people that are buying gold. And tonight we're going to talk to you about how and why you should be buying gold instead of selling gold. Um, Today we're going to talk about um, the reason why everyone is out there buying gold and an alternative. Please do not sell your gold. In fact, we're going to show you a video that will explain to you why you should be on the other side of that and why you should be reversing that tide. And instead of selling your gold, why you should be exchanging your dollars for gold. And as we were saying, we buy dollars. Okay. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring on the rest of our attendees, our staffs. We've got Brother Robert and Brother Kanita, and we're going to bring them aboard so they can be a part of this. But we're going to, at the other side of this, we're going to present you with a very important opportunity and a very special um, offer. In fact, if you stick around after the video, you will learn how you can earn or be blessed with your first gram of gold tonight. Okay, so stick around and watch the video. After video, you will be able to take advantage of our very special offer tonight. Okay?
All right. We are going to go ahead and get started, everyone. It looks like the time is actually here. Actually, I don't know what I think that I'm actually starting a little bit early because on my phone it says 8:56, on my computer it says 9 o'clock. But listen, early bird gets the worm. So bottom line is the most important thing is that we're here now, and we want to go ahead and take advantage. I don't want to waste your time. We'll try to keep this short, under 35 minutes if possible, and definitely under 40 minutes because I believe that time is lifespan. A lot of people say that time is money, but I actually believe that time is lifespan. So I don't want to take up too much of your lifespan. I just rather you be out introducing and showing this information to some other individuals, if possible, as quickly as possible. But again, my name is Tony DeVoe. I have been involved with a company by the name of Care Bars International. I was introduced to this company approximately about 7.5 months ago. And fortunately, after I took an opportunity to take a look at the company, I understood that it just made common sense to me that it's something that I should be doing. Just a little bit of background information on me. I've been involved in businesses where I've worked for myself, whether it be in the network marketing industry, whether it be in the home-based business industry, or whether even if it's just running my own companies for approximately about almost 20 years. I just turned 39 years old last month. I've been a serial entrepreneur for a long time. I've always believed in working for myself. I've never wanted to work for anyone or work under anybody else's, what they say, kingdom for quite some time. So I've always believed in actually taking advantage of opportunities and doing what it takes to be my own boss. I believe that your freedom is the only way to have sound mind in America right now. Some of you I know that are coming on here from other countries, and there's some people on here from Zimbabwe, some people from Japan, and there's also a friend of mine also here from the Bahamas as well, from my home island. We understand something right now, you guys. The economy is doing some very strange things in this country, all over the world right now. So when I got an opportunity to see Karatbars, I understood that it just made common sense to put myself in a position to work with the company and earn some income, not only with the company, but to also acquire some physical solid gold bullion. And for those of you who are not familiar with how important it is to have gold bullion, a lot of people ask me all the time, why is it that it's important to have hard assets right now? And the truth of the matter is that just by having solid gold, just by having gold bullion that I'm earning through the company Karatbars International, as well as earning capital that I earn from the company every single week, it just put me in a position of freedom. That's the most important thing. I think that it gives you the ability to have some flexibility about your lifestyle, allows you to put yourself in a position where you get a full understanding of what true freedom is all about, and also get a true understanding of what real money is, because most of the paper currency that you're earning every week right now really isn't worth anything. In fact, the paper money that we have right now actually is becoming less and less valuable. So we're putting ourselves in a position whereas we don't really understand that the buying power of the money that we have right now is basically going down, it's declining. And so when I realized that, just from looking at how it is that even when you go to the grocery store right now, with $100, $200 doesn't buy you very much. It seems like everything is doubling, tripling in price. The only thing that seems to be down right now are the gas prices. And everybody knows that before a major recession, usually there's a huge decline in the price of gasoline. So that allows you to get some understanding just from a historical perspective. Don't assume that because gas prices are cheap right now that they're doing you a favor. In likelihood, that's just another sign the economy is getting ready to go through some bad turmoil. But in saying that, let me just talk a little bit about the company itself, Karatbars, because I promised that I would make sure that we go through this information, because what I want to do first, I just want to I want to present the offering. I want you to see what I saw and understand something about the position it put me in. And then I want you to think about it for yourself and for your own family. Think about it from a common sense perspective and see whether or not God put it on your heart or put it in your bosom or in your belly to come to the same conclusion that I did. And I can tell you this, I don't have a second thought. I don't have to think about whether this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Looking at the situations that people are in that I'm around on a daily basis, looking at some of the situations they're in with jobs, looking at the situations that they're in with their finances, looking at the situations of a prison mentality that some people are in right now that are close to me because of the fact that their income is tied to something that they have to do as opposed to something they want to do. And that's a pain that really right now I wouldn't wish on anybody. And so let's just talk a little bit about Karatbars International. First and foremost, I've been acquiring gold myself for some years, okay? And usually when I was buying gold in the past, because a lot of people haven't even started buying gold, but I've been buying gold for well over 10 years because I understood something. I understood that gold is the real only true money. J.P. Morgan is the guy who started Chase Bank, okay? When he started Chase Bank, he had a quote, something he said about 2 years before he opened up that bank. And he talked about how gold was the only money. Usually when I was buying gold, I was buying it by the ounce, okay? Sometimes you get a kilo, but this is an ounce of gold, okay? And this is considered to be 24 karat, pure 99.9% pure gold bullion, okay? Why is that important to know how powerful this is? I can take this bar of gold anywhere in the world into any bank, any private institution, and I can get a line of credit, or what's called an SKR, safekeeping receipt, in any country. Doesn't matter where it is. As long as there's a banking institution in that country or a SWIFT code in that country, I can get a line of credit for the dollar for dollar value of this gold. Why is that important? Well, a lot of people that are familiar with getting loans and stuff from a bank, you basically know you have to go into the bank and almost beg to make money right now, or to get them to give you a loan. They're going to try to base it off your credit, right? So what you need to do is understand that when you have gold, none of those things matter. As long as you have the hard asset, you can always put this on deposit and borrow against it in any country. And I've known that for over 10 years. But when I heard about this company, Karatbars International, what made this powerful for me was the fact that knowing that most people cannot afford to buy gold by the ounce or by the kilo. An ounce of gold still right now is almost $1,200 and some change. A kilogram of gold is almost $40,000. Most people can't afford to buy it by the kilo. But they can afford to buy it by the gram, okay? And this is 1 gram, right? Now, 1 gram of gold, and you know it says Karatbars on there as well. 1 gram of gold from Karatbars is only about $66 right now. It has a serial number down at the bottom. It is the same quality of gold that governments are buying, that banks use for a medium of exchange, okay? And it comes in 3 different sizes. Okay, I'm gonna show you all of them. There's the 1 gram, which I just showed you. There's a 2.5 gram, okay? And then there's one of my favorites. There's a 5 gram, okay? Now that 5 grams just puts into a couple of different denominations because that allows you to be able to have, different denominations in case there are different things that you want to actually do. But more importantly, I like the fact that it's in 1 gram because in case you need to actually buy or sell anything, if you don't want to break a whole kilogram of gold to do a transaction, which is almost very difficult, you have to cash the whole thing out. If you don't want to have to break an ounce of gold, you can do it in smaller increments. It allows it to be more tangible in case you need to actually liquidate it or borrow against it or exchange it for goods and services. And that's powerful. But I want to just go through something so you guys can see some information about the company. I'm going to transfer and I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you guys some information because I think it's important to see exactly what the company has to offer. Okay, hold on. Let's go here. 1 second. All right, give me 1 moment here. I'm trying to have a hard time opening it up. Okay, there we go. All right, hopefully everyone can see my screen. But I'm just going to go through these slides and just introduce Karatbars to you guys quickly. Then I'm going to come back and show you a couple of historical things that the company is doing right now. And then I'll take a couple questions and then this will be done. We're only 5 minutes in right now. But we're part of what's called the Gold Mine Group, okay? We focus on, the Gold Mine Group is a group of private business owners inside of Karatbars, just our team group. And what we do is real simple. We focus on 2 things because this is what's important in this economy is you need to focus on cash flow. In other words, the velocity of paper money that you can accumulate and hopefully transfer into physical gold. And then also what you save in gold, okay? Now, what's important about that is this. You need to be in a position whereas you understand some of the main things that wealthy individuals are doing to prepare themselves, as well as what are some individuals doing right now to protect the savings that they already have. And when I tell you that this is probably one of the most, if not the most important things you can do in this economy, which is pay attention to what the masses are doing of individuals who are already wealthy. What are people doing that are preparing for the worst and making sure that they're protecting their assets? Now, with that being said, let's look here, okay? Understanding this, most people, their financial IQ needs to be raised. They need to understand more about what gold is and what gold has to offer. But what I like about this company is that this company put us in a position where we literally are putting ourselves in a position where we're not only just acquiring gold, but we're also showing individuals exactly what they need to do in order to be able to save in solid gold. Now, and also why it is that gold is important. Now, let's look at 2 things, okay? We know that this is a common sense. We know that a $100 bill is not buying the same goods and services today that it did even a year ago. So we all can tell that the monetary policy that we have right now in this country is just completely going ridiculous. In fact, when you look at the monetary policy, we pretty much can assume it's a safe bet to say that even a year from now, a $100 bill will not buy the same things that it buys today. And today, $100 almost seems like $20. So the thing, a year from now, it may seem almost like $10, okay? But now when you think about a gram of gold, a gold period, will a gram of gold have the same purchasing power today that it does a year from now? Well, look, let's go back and look, back maybe 20, 30 years ago. A gram of gold not only has the same buying power that it did 20, 30 years ago, but today it has multiple times more buying power than it did even 10 years ago. So, the value of gold even in the last 10 years is more than doubled. So these are things you need to take in consideration when you're looking at Karatbars. Now, Karatbars has been around since 2011, okay? And they've been selling gold in 122 different countries by mailing it to individuals that actually place orders through us and through other affiliates as well, okay? And I'm looking forward to talking to you guys, a little bit more in detail about that. People were interested, but understand this company is all over around the world and it's completely global. Now, one thing I liked about the company is that they're following some very simple principles. Now, Alan Greenspan, who used to be the chairman of the Federal Reserve in the United States, he said something powerful. He said that in the absence of the gold standard, there's no way to protect your savings from confiscation of wealth. There's no safe store of value. He says deficit spending is simply a scheme for confiscation of wealth. Now, why is that something interesting for the chairman of the Federal Reserve to say? Well, I want you to think about something. I hear a lot of people always ask me when you talk about these businesses, you have people to say something like, oh, you know what? Is this a pyramid scheme? Oh, is this one of those things? Well, I'm going to tell you a secret. I'm going to relieve some stress for you. Nobody invited you on here to try to sell you on anything. Again, I told you we're looking for people to have business sense, common sense, to understand what's going on with this market right now, right? And anybody in their right mind knows that if you look and you see what's going on with the deficit, $21 trillion in debt, when you look at the fact that jobs are not coming back, jobs are still disappearing from this country, people are scrambling around 2-3 different jobs, you can tell that something's going on with the economic system where the middle class and people that are, that are not even making middle class money are getting wiped out. And how is that happening? Well, that's happening because the money system, the monetary policy of the paper money that's being printed is run a wire. That means that the government's printing more money and is making all the money that we already have less and less valuable. And since Alan Greenspan said that it's a scheme for confiscating wealth, what he's basically telling you is that the more paper dollars you hold in your possession, the poorer you're making yourself. And on top of that, if you're keeping this money inside of a U.S. banking institution where those paper notes are now under the control of a banking regulator or under the banking control of some banking institution, you basically playing Russian roulette with your own future and your own finances. Because at any time, what happened in places like Greece, where the banking cartel has locked individuals out of their bank accounts and giving them a ration every day. And this is happening all over the world right now, and people aren't really talking about it. But let's just talk about inflation for a minute. What is inflation? Inflation is a steady rise in the level of prices related to an increased volume of available money and credit, resulting in a loss of value of the credit. So in other words, what we're experiencing right now is making the money seem like it's less valuable is inflation. And soon we think that some people are going to have what's called exposure to what's called hyperinflation, because too many people are holding paper money in their bank accounts. Too many people don't own any hard assets. They don't own any gold. They don't own any precious metals. They don't own outright any physical property or farmland. Okay, tangible hard assets. Okay, but let's look at the value of the dollar even right now. If you look at the U.S., this is not me saying, this is the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. Okay, said that back in 1913, the dollar was worth a real dollar. But ever since the dollar came into existence, okay, the value of the dollar has been decreasing pretty much continuously for the last 100 years. And now you fast forward and you go up to 2013, okay, and this is 2016, so you can imagine right now how much it's worth. The dollar has lost approximately 98% of its value. That means that a dollar is really worth about 2 cents, okay? And when you think about the fact that it takes approximately 2 cents to make a dollar, we're talking about what it physically makes to make a dollar bill. That means the money's almost worthless now. And that's why you are feeling the experience right now, feeling like everything you're doing feels like you're having to scramble. Your money's not buying you what you wanted to buy you is because of that factor, okay? But let's look at gold prices. And this is important. Since 1971, gold has increased by almost 3,000%. Now think about that. We just said that the value of the dollar went down 98%, but the value of gold, not just since 71 has increased 3,000%. When we looked at the dollar back here a second ago, you guys, that was measuring the dollar from 1913 to 2013. That was over 100 years. It lost 98% of its value. We're looking at gold. We're looking right now at about a 45-year projection, which is half of the time that gold has actually increased 3,000% fold. That's a huge, huge increase. That means in 1971, that ounce of gold that I showed you at the beginning of the presentation, you guys, you could have gotten that ounce for about $40. And now you can't touch one for less than $1,250. So that just goes to tell you that the buying power is skyrocketing for gold. So you need to have gold inside your household. You need to have it saved and reserved for your family and for your dynasty. Okay? But more importantly, what's going on around the world? Let's look at some things happening all over the globe. Okay? In Dubai, in your upper left-hand corner, what you see right there, That is a gold bar dispensing machine that's in the middle of the shopping mall in Dubai. That means you could go up to the actual machine, stick your credit card or debit card into the machine, and actually get gold bars directly out of that machine. Why are they doing that? Well, because in the Middle East, they already know, they've been understanding this for thousands of years. Gold is real money. They understand that you need to have it in your possession. It is the smartest thing to have as an asset, okay? It's never been worth zero, never going to go to zero. Now, when you look at in the upper right-hand corner, okay, what you see actually is a gentleman who actually is should be no stranger to anyone. That's Donald Trump, a presidential candidate. And right now in his hand, what you see there is several small kilos of gold that he's holding in his hand with another gentleman, which is interesting about Donald Trump. Donald Trump is approximately worth $4 billion. Why does Donald Trump love gold? Well, I'll tell you a secret. A lot of people don't even know that Donald Trump's grandfather, okay, which the name used to be Trump, not Trump, but they changed it from the German last name that it had and used Trump, actually came to New York, okay, during the gold rush and actually acquired the first properties in New York using gold nuggets when he actually came to America. A lot of people don't know the history of that. So some of the first property that was acquired to make this man a future billionaire was actually acquired with gold nuggets. So that's powerful. You look in your lower left-hand corner. In the lower left-hand corner, what you see right now is in Utah, okay? They're setting up bills right now, policy bills that would actually make it so that they want to change the monetary policy and start implementing gold and using gold as legal tender. On the lower right-hand side, Arizona, okay? These are the multiple states. They're doing the exact same thing. The House voted to pass so that gold and silver can become legal tender so that people can exchange them for goods and services. There's 6 or 7 states in the United States of America right now where you can exchange gold and silver as regular tender. So what that means is that you can exchange it for goods and services. Karatbars is already in the process of opening up over 200,000 different exchange centers all over the world, across the 122 countries that they're involved in right now. And those 122 countries, you'll be able to go into these locations, these businesses, these exchange centers, and be able to exchange our gold for products and services and be able to receive change back in those in actual gold. They have something called a gold money, where they actually have pieces of individual paper that have actual gold inside the paper. And we have some of that as well. And that's actually coming exclusively through Karatbars. And that's powerful. But let's look at the expert opinions right now. Robert Kiyosaki, Mike Maloney. I mean, everybody knows who Robert Kiyosaki is, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, but a lot of people don't know who Mike Maloney is. Mike Maloney is a worldwide recognized precious metal expert. And what he's talking about right now is that people need to be changing paper dollars into gold. Everybody's talking about this. A lot of people are doing it as well. But what Karatbars is doing for most people, it's unaffordable for them to acquire gold. Okay, but that's where Karatbars comes in. They step in and allow people to purchase gold in very small increments, but still be able to have the same quality as well, and also be able to get it still in a bullion format. By it being gold bullion, you don't have to worry about it being taxable. And this gold is private issue gold. That's very important. This gold is not subject to seizure, because this gold is not being issued by a government entity. If you buy gold from the government, from the United States government, or any other government where you're located at, depending on how the laws are set up in that country, that gold may be subject to seizure depending upon what's going on inside of the economy. That's a very important thing to actually point out. Now, let's talk a little bit about Karatbars International. Karatbars International, again, the corporate office is in Stuttgart, Germany, which is directly across the street from the Mercedes-Benz world headquarters. They launched in 2011. They had an international launch in 2012. They're in over 119 countries right now. So 122 countries. They're shipping solid gold to 122 countries. They can have the potential. They have affiliates in over 120 countries as well. They specialize in the production and sale of high-quality gold products in small increments. So anyone, anywhere, almost on the planet can actually acquire the gold. This is Harold Seas. He's a founder and visionary of the company, okay? And what I like about what Harold said is that he has a very simple mission, okay? His mission is to produce the highest quality of gold available in the market, make it easily accessible to the masses of honest people around the world at a price point everyone can afford. He said, my goal is that Karatbars helps millions find financial freedom from the current system of debt, because that's what you have is a current system of debt right now with the paper money that's floating all around the place, all over the globe, and it's not being backed by anything, okay? Let's look at an example here. 40 years ago, a gram of gold would have bought you 5 loaves of bread, okay? 40 years ago, $1 would have bought you about 4 loaves of bread, almost pretty even, right? But you look at today, A gram of gold will get you almost 21 to 22 loaves of bread. $1 will get you enough bread for about 3 sandwiches, approximately about 6 slices. What does that mean? Gold currency has went up. Paper notes have went through the floor and went down. So why is everyone so interested in holding on to paper notes? Because they don't know any better. They're not financially literate about what's going on yet, but that's why we're here to help them out, okay? Let's look a little bit more closely at the actual gold product that Karatbars is actually giving us the ability to put our hands on, okay? Remember earlier I showed you on the video that this comes in 3 denominations. You have a 1 gram, 2.5 gram, and 5 gram card. If you look closely at that picture, you will notice that each one of those cards, not only is the gold embedded inside of the laminate, it also has a serial number on every single gold bullion bar, okay? Also, the size increment of the gold that's inside of the card is down at the lower left-hand corner. When you flip that card over, there's an assayer's signature on the back from the CEO and the founder. You will see that the gold is LBMA, refinery-based gold. It comes from LBMA, London Bullion Marketing Association registered refinery, which means they offer some of the highest quality of gold in the world out of those refineries. Those are the types of refineries where they process gold for government entities and banking institutions as well. It's the highest purity level. So unless you be confident in you're getting the best product that you could possibly get. Let's look at the security features of each and every single bar of gold that Karatbars provides us with. First of all, the gold is embedded in a specialized scratch-resistant laminate that's protected because 24-karat gold is malleable, bendable. It's the purest gold, so it can be bent with your fingers. There's a DNA also located on the offerings, the highest safety standard in the world. You can actually see a hologram that's in the back of each one of those cards when you flash a black light on them. Also, the official Karatbars logo is stamped into the actual physical gold bar during the manufacturing process. So that ensures that no Karatbars bar of gold, okay, gold bullion, can be copied or falsified. Every single bar has Karatbars stamped into it. And there's also a hologram that can be found on the back of every single Karatbars card for authenticity, okay? But let's look at some of the branding cards, okay? Whether for businesses, corporate or private use, Karatbars, you can even personalize your gold, okay, for 1 gram cards and up. So, if you have a business, if someone just got married, if you're a photographer, you're not-for-profit, you're preppers, you're married couples, people, someone just had a baby, you can basically customize anything you want on one of these cards and actually have it created and shipped directly to you anywhere in the world, okay? You can use them for a whole host of different purposes, right? Also, they're collector's cards as well. Various themes gold collector cards available. They could be for collectors, fans, or simply as gifts for your friends, or items you want to hold for family members or for your own children or for yourself. And there's a whole host of different collector's items that they have. They also have what's called a Karatbars coin. It is the first tax-free produced gold coin, okay, exclusively from Karatbars. Why did I say the first tax-free? Because any other gold coin, usually when it's in a round format, a lot of people don't know the laws that are associated with gold. When it's in a round format, that usually is what makes it taxable. So if you buy Eagles or any other round coins from like the U.S. Mint or anything like that, those coins actually are taxable. But because the Karatbars coin actually has a gold bullion bar in the center of the coin, that actually blocks it from being taxable and puts you in a position where this actually is a tax-free coin, which is a great thing to have access to, okay? Now, also, let's talk about how do you actually acquire your gold from Karatbars. So they do offer offshore storage that's available from an accredited private vaulting system. What is the difference between that and your private bank or using your bank's safe deposit system? Well, an accredited private vaulting system, you guys, is totally separate from Karatbars. It has to be by law. It is to protect your asset at all costs. It is the ground zero of protection when it comes to actually protecting private assets. There are huge multinational billion-dollar companies and individuals who use the same private vaulting system for that reason. The vaulting system is there to work for the people, to give you access to your items. In the case of a disaster or a catastrophe, it would be the last location probably where an individual can retrieve something that they actually own without a lot of headache and loopholes. If you had your stuff locked in a bank like in Greece, and for whatever reason a banking institution decides to close up, that also means that your safe deposit box is also now closed to you as well, because that is a part of their banking system. So that's why I tell individuals I would not recommend you getting your gold and putting it into your bank safe deposit box, because if something happens at your bank, if your bank goes haywire or closes down or freezes up for whatever reason, they're going to block you from being able to access your goods that are at the bank. If you don't believe me, go in there tomorrow and ask them, okay? But if you can do like some other folks are doing, like some of us, you can get your gold delivered directly to your doorstep, okay? And they will deliver as much gold as you want directly to your home. Okay, and then you do what you want to do with your gold. You know, you want to put it up somewhere, you want to put it in a private location, hide it somewhere. You know, you want to just spread it out amongst family members. You have some private property where you have some good hiding spots that you want to put out. Get a private vault for your own home. If you want to put it in a different private vaulting location here in the U.S., you can do that. But you have the flexibility to control more of your financial destiny, because if anything goes wrong, I can promise you gold will be always going to be valuable, and then you already have control of it. So you won't be like some individuals where they won't be able to get the access to it or get their hands on it, okay? Now, let's talk a little bit more about the hidden opportunity, because the fact that Care Bars, okay, have these bars available immediately, this can help protect your finances like right now. It says only 1%, I actually said less than 1% of the people in the world, and there's 7 billion people in the world, 7 billion. Less than 1% of those individuals own gold. And the ones who own this type of gold is even less. So you have to think about that. So being able to be in the top 1% of almost anything when it comes to finances or assets, that's just a smart place to be in the first place. Even if you only have a couple of bars of this gold, this will set you apart from almost everybody else, because even if you have $1 million in the bank right now, if you don't own any physical gold and something happens with the banking institution, you're basically in a position where you're just like everybody else. You're just as poor as everybody else is locked out of the bank. You don't have anything to show for your money. It's all trapped inside of the system, okay? So the solution is very simple. We take some paper money and we convert it into gold, and we just drop it into like a little gold piggy bank. We just store it, right? And we hold it for savings, okay? And what we're talking about is showing you how to save. Because a lot of the time I hear a lot of people that say that, they have financial advisors, they're individuals who telling people how to make money, but there's barely anybody telling you how to save anything. Most people don't save anything. Most people take all their money. First, they pay their bills to companies that are already worth billions of dollars. And then whatever's left over, they basically try to run out and spend that money anywhere outside their own community that they can. They try to pretty much go broke as quickly as possible, whether that be on food or foolery for items that they don't even need. And junk that they really could do without. And my favorite is when people say there's some things that are on sale. But the problem is, if you're trying to buy everything that's on sale, that's the same as just spending money that you don't have anyway. That's one of the biggest tricks in the consumer market is when people put stuff out that's very, what they call quote affordable, your $20, $30 items. To me, for something that costs $20, $30, I mean, that's a half a gram of gold. That's how I'm looking at it. So we're going to talk about some wealth principles as well. But let's look here. The Care Bars is an affiliate program, okay? Care Bars is an e-commerce company. What they sell is gold, but they have a very lucrative affiliate program where they pay you 7 different ways. And what that does is it allows you to earn income and earn free gold, because I've earned some free gold since I've been with this company, just for telling people how to open up free gold savings accounts where they can actually save money for themselves, save money for their children, save money for their children's children, because the gold is always going to be there. It's just a question of who's going to be in the possession of the gold, okay? So we're going to talk a little bit about the income options and also how you actually get paid, because you get paid in gold and you get paid in euros both. So first and foremost, Care Bars actually sends you a private issued MasterCard in the mail. I remember the first day I got this MasterCard, man, it was so beautiful taking it out of the package, because it actually looks similar to the gold bars that come in the laminate. They actually have the gold bars in the middle of them. Actually, this card actually won MasterCard's Design of the Year in Europe last year. Another thing I like about this card, you guys, the euros are shipped directly to this MasterCard, and you can withdraw up to 5,000 euros per day off of this card. You got to understand something. That's almost $5,700 that you're able to take off of this card in cash on a 24-hour basis. Most of our bank cards in America right now don't even allow you to get $600-700 in a day off of the card. So the fact that this card allows me to get off almost $5,500, that in itself is extremely impressive. And that made me really excited when I heard about that part, okay? Now, let's look at some of the incentives from the company. Now, everything that you see here, when you get it, you own it, okay? So basically, whenever a certain amount of gold is actually sold, okay, through your organization, through yourself, and through people who have heard about this opportunity, other affiliates who actually come through you or through your network or through your efforts, you're going to start acquiring free gold from the company. And they're going to just give this gold. So you're going to put it right in your back office in your vault. You're not going to have to call them and ask them to do it. They just do it automatically. So for up to 10,000 grams, they'll just give it to you in gold automatically. Okay. But when you get above up to 25,000 grams, you can either choose to get a Rolex watch, or you can just choose to cash out in solid gold bars, because every single incentive that you see here can be converted into solid gold bars. And actually, you can have the gold just shipped to you if you don't want the car, if you don't want the watch. But keep in mind, you own these items free and clear. Okay, so I'm looking forward to getting to a point where I get this first car. You know, when I reach 70,000 grams of gold being sold to my organization, then I'll be able to get a free Mercedes or free BMW. If I don't want the car, I'll tell them to send me the equivalent value in solid gold bars. They will make an arrangement for the gold to be delivered to me via FedEx or through a G4 account. And that way I'll be able to have access to my gold and they'll deliver directly to my doorstep. But more importantly, there is one more thing. There's one more incentive that everybody should be excited about, because this is one of those incentives that once you see it and you know about it, it literally had me losing a little bit of sleep, because I knew that this is something that was doable for me. Once you get, okay, you guys, I think it's 750,000 euros or grams, actually, that are sold to your organization, they will build you a house anywhere on the planet that you want to build, and you will own that house free and clear. And they're going to give you this $1 million cap. You know, you'll get basically you can build $1 million home somewhere of your choosing. Now, for those of you who are in the United States, you know that prices here have went up quite a bit, but there's some places that like there are some locations still in the United States, but more importantly, I would prefer to get mine on a private island somewhere, because you can choose to have it built anywhere that you want to. But the fact of the matter is that it's $1 million home. You own it free and clear. You own it with the deed. They're going to give you your keys, give you your deed, and build your house with your blueprints and specs for you anywhere you want it, and you don't have to pay a dime for it. And I think that could be done just from telling people to save themselves. This is my kind of business. I've been in several different companies where to get incentives and get items, you have to maintain a certain amount of production. There's a certain amount of things that you have to do to qualify monthly and a whole bunch of other stuff, and a lot of running around. There is none of that with this opportunity, you guys. This is the opportunity of a lifetime to be involved with a company like this. So I think we have to take full advantage of it. But what I like is that you're able to track your weekly income with the company, and you can track your monthly income because you get a residual check once a month, up to 6% based on certain activities in your business. You also get weekly income from the company every single Friday. You're also able to track your gold savings. The gold that's actually saved in a vault is actually being saved for you. You can see that gold in there anytime that you want to. You can have it requested to be shipped to you anytime that you choose. You can track the growth of other affiliates, other individuals that are associated with you or through your team. You can see what's going on with them and their businesses, help them out as well, because it helping other people, you're basically helping yourself as well. You can actually track your gold deliveries as well in your back office, and most importantly, the website is free. You don't pay any monthly fees with this company. You don't pay any annual fees. There's none of that foolishness where you get like a lot of hidden fees and things that are taking money out of your pocket every month. All you do is get gold, save in gold, and show other people how to do the same thing. And by doing that with enough people, you'll get some free gold. And I think that's the power of the system. There is training and support. We do some conference calls. We do webinars like this for about 30 minutes every day, which is pretty easy to do. We do have team events as well. But let's look at the packages, okay, so that you can maximize on the benefits of the company, because what happens is there are 5 steps to get started if you like what you see, okay? The first thing is you select a dual system package. You pick a package that's affordable for you, that will allow you to come into the business as soon as possible and get positioned now, okay? And what happens is after you pick your package, you'll be in a position where you will start earning commissions right away. You can start earning money tonight, okay? Now, what you do is you get what's called KYC approved. That means know your customer. That means you're going to give them a copy of your ID and a copy of your utility bill to verify that you're an actual person, okay? And then we're going to start doing our savings and goal, all right? And then we're going to duplicate that with 3, 4, or 5 people, however many people you want to talk to about it. I mean, I put maybe 60, 70 people into the business myself. Because I want everybody to know about it. Some people may only put in 1 or 2 people. That's fine. It's up to you. But I can tell you this. There will be people that will make multiple millions of dollars with this business. There are going to be some people who will never work another day in their lives because they're going to be smart enough to take this thing seriously. There are going to be some people that are going to replace their full-time income just because they made the choice to get started. There's some people who may only just pay their rent their mortgage indefinitely because they were smart enough to get into it. Even if you only make an extra $1,000 a month, for most of you, that's some financial relief right now that could take some pressure off from you at the job. So just start and pace yourself. It's all about pacing yourself and not quitting. Okay. This shows you the difference between the packages. Myself and most of the people that I brought into the business, we came in with a VIP package. We call it the big dog package. You get 3 grams of gold. You get 20 100-euro bonus cards, which that allows you to take 100 euros off of the VIP package that you give to other people. There are 10 what's called 3% bonus cards, which actually take 3% off of all the gold that is purchased for 12 months for anybody who uses one of those cards. There are company brochures that are in there as well. And then you also get a 20% direct commission on anybody that you bring into this opportunity and they actually purchase a package themselves. You're going to get 20% of that package. And also, when multiple people start to come into your business and they fall on under either one of the first 2 people that you bring into the business, you're going to start being in a position where you can earn up to $100 cycle earning. And that can happen multiple times per day, up to 180,000 times per week is the cap. So it's about a $2 million income cap per week just in cycle earnings, but we'll get into that with individuals who are interested in making that kind of money. Direct commissions that are paid to us, we get package bonuses, and also we get team bonuses as well. Okay. Then there's the gold package with 2 grams of gold, silver package with 1 gram, bronze package comes with what's called our cash gold. It doesn't have grams, but there's paper money that has gold inside the paper money that comes with the bronze packages. And as you can see, there's a sliding scale where for the top package it goes, we get 20%, to the gold package was 15%. To the silver package where there's 10% in direct commissions, to the bronze package where you get 5% direct commissions, okay? So let's talk a little bit about what's called the dual system pay plan. I'm going to talk about this briefly for a second here because you actually get paid automatically. When you set up a free account when you first come into the business, you'll get paid on your personal referrals and their referrals to infinity, okay? And the good thing is there's no purchases necessary to earn monthly payouts by doing that. But if you want to get paid on everything that goes on in your entire organization, that's when you definitely want to get a package so you can actually be able to benefit whenever you do something, whenever someone else that's affiliated or associated with you, no matter whether they're 1,000 levels away from you, you're able to be in a position where you're able to earn some income off of those efforts. See, J. Paul Getty said something important. He was the first billionaire. Okay, he said that he would rather make $1 off of the efforts of 100 different people as opposed to making $100 off of his own efforts. Why is that? He understood that it's better to allow other people to be doing something or doing some kind of activity and earn a little bit off of what each and every single one of those individuals is doing as opposed to only getting paid off of what you do. Just getting paid off of what you do is called a job. Getting paid off of what a multitude of other people are doing is called being a boss and working smart and not hard. The weekly pay plan. I'm just going to bring up a couple of things so you can see it here. I'm not going to go through all of this because I don't want to confuse folks, okay? But when I came in as a VIP package, okay, that basically got me 100 points. So everything you see in black, those are VIP packages, okay? Whenever someone else comes in and buys any kind of package, doesn't matter where it falls, if you're a VIP, you're going to earn approximately $100 if they're a VIP. If they come in as a gold, you're probably going to earn about $70. Silver, approximately about $40. If they're bronze, approximately about $25, $30, $35, somewhere in that range, depending on the price of gold that day. But it's great income to be earned here. We'll cover that information with people who are interested in basically building a strong stream income for themselves, okay? Now, we do what's called a 12-month goal saving program. This is just to help the team out so they can understand what's going on. You pick a package. You commit to getting some gold for yourself, and then we just duplicate that with a couple of people, okay? Now, what I like about the automatic gold saving program is that what it does, it puts your wealth on autopilot. It allows you to be able to save in gold automatically. It ensures your long-term residual income. Residual income means when you do something one time and you keep getting paid over and over and over again. Most of us are very familiar with something called residual bills. That's when you keep getting billed for something over and over and over again, like paying your light bill, your gas bill, your rent, or your mortgage. That's a residual bill. We're talking about is having residual income where money comes in automatically to pay bills that you're going to be paying for the rest of your life anyway, okay? It saves you time and energy. It's consistent with the wealth principle that's most important, which is pay yourself first. And then you lead by example for your household. How many times it's discerning to watch so many people being in awe of watching things on TV or watching people on TV and idolizing those individuals when you should have your heroes inside your own house. Okay. And so let's move forward here and let's look at, I'm going to skip past these because the slides for these don't come through clearly. And that's something else I want to show you guys. So bear with me for 1 second. Okay. Now, the gold print with our group, we have some very simple principles. Okay. We believe in building 2 power legs. That means we bring 2 people into the business. We're going to show you how to work with those 2 people. Our whole goal is to earn a comma check. That means to be able to get at least $1,000 check once a week. That way you can get some stress off of your back. Stick to the plan that we're going to show you. Don't deviate it because it works. I mean, some of us have made 5 figures in this business, even in our first 5-6 weeks. And it's just been a great opportunity. And then the system will automatically save 1 gram of gold for you per week as you're earning money automatically. It will automatically do these things for you. Okay. So you're going to introduce 2 people. Okay. And most of the time we call the first person you bring in is going to be part of a power leg. The second person is going to be part of a bank leg. All we're going to do is help those people keep sponsoring someone down that leg the same way. And what's going to happen is we will all earn income together. And since we're dealing with solid gold, we know that people want gold without us having to tell them to actually buy the gold. People want to get the gold because it's gold. Gold is really just a sexy commodity all by itself. You don't need to tell someone they should have gold. People know they want to have it because they know it's valuable. They know it automatically. Okay. Now, when we look here, you will see what some of the payouts are based on the package that you select. The reason you see that I like the VIP package is because with a VIP package, when I sign someone up, I'm earning 20% of that package. That's approximately $420. If I sign up a gold package, it's approximately $160. Okay. No. If you're a VIP, it's approximately for a gold package, $350. I'm sorry, I have to read it across. If I'm a VIP and I sign up a silver package, it's approximately $210. If I sign up a bronze package as a VIP, okay, then you're looking at approximately $105. Okay. But the beautiful part about this aspect, I'm sorry, I should have read that down. If it's a VIP, you get about $420. If you get a gold, you make it about $160. A silver package, approximately $70. A bronze package, approximately $27 if you're a VIP. So those are the increments that I get paid in every time somebody comes in and buys a package. Okay, and you can see the scale wherever you're at. You can actually see how that actually breaks down for you. Okay, but the good thing is you can also upgrade your packages as well and just pay the difference. That's powerful. Now let's look at some facts about Karatbars. Karatbars is registered worldwide as an e-commerce company, not MLM or network marketing company. It's not. It's an e-commerce company. Karatbars offers gold savings accounts to anyone that's over 18 years of age. Okay, they have to offer a free web portal, free software-based tools. It allows individuals to acquire gold without having to go through a bank or through a broker. Karatbars promotes saving money, not spending money. Okay, and they have a very lucrative affiliate rewards program where we get paid and make money. So what they're offering is financial freedom for everybody, financial independence, hedge against inflation, which is really important, part-time income or full-time income, depending on where you fall at. If you want to be in a position you work full-time, there's great money potential for you in the business, okay? And of course, everybody wishes to have their private vault look like this one day because there is no better way to wake up and look at something better than gold. I don't believe that, except for your loved ones. But I can tell you this, that's the dynasty you're looking at right there. Wealthy families, wealthy institutions, and wealthy countries are all acquiring gold worldwide. And so what do they know that we don't? Very important. So you have to decide what you're going to do for your family. You're going to create a legacy or you're going to create bills when you die. And I've seen both. And it's a sad situation, but I've seen some people who literally go to the grave and it costs money even to bury them. I've experienced it. It's a painful thing to do. Nobody ever leaves legacy. Nobody leaves gold. It barely happens. So we got to change that. Okay. And of course, this is my favorite slide. When I see the gold, like right by the sun, it's just, it's like beaming under the sun. Gold looks beautiful when light shines on it. But there's nothing like better becoming a gold millionaire. But and that's, of course, that's the Karatbars team that you see there as well. So we're just going to say a few things. I know there's a lot of individuals who came on and sort of missed a little bit at the beginning of the webinar, but let's talk a little bit about understanding why this is so valuable, because many individuals have actually had an opportunity to, there's just so many individuals who are looking at this probably for the first time. Some of you are on here looking at this as a guest. Some of these individuals on here right now are already in the business. But the most important thing is that every single individual who is looking at this for the first time, I want you to get a clear understanding of how powerful this opportunity is. Because when I heard about this, I knew right away, it just made sense to me that this is what I wanted to be doing. And for the people who are questioning why this is a smart thing to do, I'm going to just talk to you about some of the people who've chosen to do this business. Like when I first heard about it, I knew that the business was going to be powerful. I knew that this is something I was supposed to be doing. But when I started going around and talking to certain individuals about what I was doing, that's when I got all kinds of confirmation from a multitude of different people that this is the right business to be involved in. In fact, one of the main people that made me understand that was actually two of my buddies were really the first ones to come into the business with me. But the banker, one of the bankers that I bank with at my bank, said something to me that was just blew my mind, and I'm going to share it with you right now. And you could tell this to somebody else as well. And I just thought this was really interesting, right? I remember I went to the bank because I had gotten my second deposit from Care Bar. So I went to the bank because I wanted to go into the bank and I wanted to actually talk to the private banker because I wanted to ask her, to possibly look at the business with me, right? And this is sort of funny. And so I went in and I actually had the gold with me, right? And this is to tell you how funny stuff actually happens, right? So I was asking the banker, I said, listen, I just got involved in this gold business. I said, I'm just showing people how to save money in solid gold. And this company is paying me in gold and paying me in cash, both, for doing that. So I got her attention. And so she said, well, do you have some of the gold with you? And I said, yeah. So I started pulling out the gold bars and all that stuff. And so she, it was sort of funny. She cracked a joke. And I thought, and then I had to think about this. You got to catch this joke. She said, you know what, Mr. DeVoe? It's funny that you're showing me that gold bullion that's in that little card like that. She said that people can borrow money against that gold, right? And she said people have been doing that for years. Just a lot of people don't know about it. I said, man, that's interesting. I said, well, this sounds like the best business to be involved in. So I'm glad that you concurring that this is something you want to partner up and do. Now, this is she said that blew my mind. She said, I'm gonna tell you something funny though. She said, you know that watch you got right there? And she was talking about this gold Rolex, right? Now you figure this is a $60,000 watch. I said, what you saying about the watch? She said, I'm gonna tell you something. She said, we won't give you $1 for that watch. Even though it's a Rolex, even though it's a diamond princess Rolex, you're not gonna get no money from that from the bank. I said, what you mean? I said, I can get a line of credit. I can borrow something against this watch. I can bring this to the bank. You guys gonna give me something for it? She said, no, we don't do any lines of credit against jewelry. I said, really? That's interesting. But she said that little gram of gold that you have right there, we'll give you a line of credit against that. Just that little gram that's shining right there in the middle of that card. And I said, wow. Now that's interesting. To think that this card is $60 worth of gold, but the watch is $60,000. But they would still give me a line of credit only against this card. I knew right then, I said, man, this is the right business to be in, period. I don't need to think about anything. Some of you that are on here for the first time and you're looking at this, you're probably wondering whether you should get involved in this company. Let me tell you something, stop thinking. In fact, let me do you one even better. We're not trying to sell you on this. I want to make that very clear. Because a lot of times after we show these presentations, I'm going to tell you what happens. Somebody will call back somebody who invited them onto this webinar and start basically trying to grill that person about this company. Now, let me save you from that right now. We don't even want doubters. I'm not looking for anybody I got to carry on my back. I'm not looking for anybody I have to beg to do the business. There are other millionaires that are joining this business with me that are taking this very seriously, including myself. See, we don't need this. We don't need carrot bars. Some of us already have quite a bit of gold. I'm doing this to try to help as many people as possible because that's just what I feel God's telling me to do. Now, some of you may feel like you need to do this for your family. Some of you need to do this because you just need to do it anyway because you need the money. It's just a smart thing to do and you don't own any physical gold. Don't overthink this opportunity. Just be like Nike. Just do it. For the last 10 years, I've watched so many individuals who have bad spending habits, who have bad financial IQ, who are stuck on a job that they don't want to be on. Let me tell you something. I know all about being on a job you don't want to be on. I had one job in my life. Let me tell you something. I despised it the whole time. There were people that I didn't like. I didn't like the attitude. I didn't like the fact that they were hating on my entrepreneurial spirit. I didn't like the fact that they thought I was crazy because I said I wasn't going to work for nobody for 35 years and retire broke. I didn't like the supervisor always cracking jokes and trying to make it seem like everything was funny. Always trying to abuse my time, trying to run me around and do 1 hour of what my folks used to say. My favorite thing was they try to always give you a 30-minute lunch break. They used to blow my mind. By the time I got downstairs, got into the elevator, and got to the restaurant, my lunch period was over with. Then I had to grab something and run right back into the building. I said, no, I can't take this. I got to put a stop to this as soon as possible. So I made a mental decision. I said, man, I got to break free from this. It's like prison. I felt like I was trapped in Alcatraz. I said, I got to get out of here. I got to escape. Either they're going to have to let me out of this job, I was going to go postal. And I was making great money. I was making $130,000, $140,000 a year in my early 20s. 1 year, I was done. I didn't even want it no more. And that was a job they came recruiting me for. I didn't even want it. Now, I'm not telling you that to impress you. I'm telling you that to give you an understanding that you need to be thinking big. You need to be thinking about your family. You need to be thinking about what's happening in the economy right now. You better take this business more serious than you're doing right now. A lot of folks, you're doing this business like it's a hobby. You need to be doing this business like your life depends on it, like you won't even be able to breathe without doing this. That's how some people need to be treating it. Like even this gold here. I got all this gold free a couple days ago. $2,000 worth of gold just came free in the mail from Carrot Bars. It came directly to my mailbox. And I'm looking to get some more free gold every week. And I'm hoping that some of you guys want to do the exact same thing. I'm not going to keep you because I told you I'll keep this short. We're going to be doing these webinars almost every single day. I recommend you get back to the individual who invited you on here. I'm recording this webinar, so some of you can show it to some people. I'm probably record a couple of them and then maybe post the one that I think is probably the best one that you can use. But we're going to be doing these almost every day because I think everybody should be able to see it every day. If anybody has any questions, feel free to let me know. At least raise your hand there and actually say something. Let me see. It's a lot of new faces on here. I don't even know some of these people, but I'm glad you're all here. So I see some of my buddies on here as well. But who is that there? Yes. Oh, George. I know George. I know you're there. George is an interesting gentleman. George is another affiliate marketer like myself. I'm sure he's going to see an opportunity for himself. But you guys, if anybody has a specific question as well, please do not hesitate to let me know. If anybody has a small comment as well about how the business is being, please don't hesitate to hit the unmute button on your screen right there. And please feel free to speak and say a word. There's so many people. I would feel bad trying to pick out some individuals because usually the numbers are picking up. We're trying to have at least 100 on here by the end of this week on every single one of these webinars. But we're going to be doing this every single day. Bringing some new enlightenment to everyone. Hold on, let me just see here. I was actually looking to see if my other cousin was on here. I can't even find everybody that's on here right now. Man, you guys, so many of you guys, I can't even recognize who everybody is. Now, that's a good thing. All right. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to let me know. Appreciate that there, George. Appreciate that. Please let me know. If not, we're going to close this actually out. And remember, you guys, we will be back on the webinar again tomorrow. Oh, is that Arthur Davis? I see Arthur Davis trying to say something. Hold on one second, Mr. Davis. Mr. Davis.
Yes, hi. Can you hear me?
Absolutely, I can hear you, sir. Please
Okay.
go ahead.
How you doing there?